Good morning. That was lame. Good morning. How we doing? And it is, well, it's a reshuffling day kind of thing. I've been behind on the vlogs, so today is the day that we're gonna get caught back up and we're gonna knock this out. We're gonna jam back, get to editing really quick, and be back on par. Service work on the bikes, and with that comes replacements of parts and such, and just making sure everything checks out good. We've been over this a lot of times, but I want to talk about a certain part that I see happen a lot with crank setups, in particular these crank setups like this, upside down, Force 1. Let me show you what I normally see. Hold on, bear with me here. I brought it all out. Give me a split second here. This is all dependent upon crank and frame setups. This isn't all SRAM cranks. This isn't all bottom bracket types, but this is for a BB30 bike or a CrossFit 30 bike and a SRAM Force CX1 crankset. What you will normally see is that when it comes out of the box, it looks like this. So you've got black spacer right here, and then this preload cap, right? Does a very good job. Bam, wham, bam, properly adjusted. However, what usually happens is to properly preload, we're gonna grab our little clear suckers and we're gonna put them on here, right? 2 to 3 of them on average. And then we're gonna wind this, imagine it's in the bike. We're gonna wind it all the way out, where you end up getting a situation looks like this. The black piece, the preload collar, the threading, this gap here, all the way out, and then that piece. Now, 2 things can occur with that. 1, it puts a lot of load on this item. It can break it, it's just plastic. It can break that piece. And 2, whoa, easy. 2 is causes noise, it can creak, right? So if you're a home mechanic, what you can do is this. Or if you notice you have a creaky bike, take it in your local bike shop and be like, what's up? How come it's like this? Tell them the kid Kaiser does it this way. Now see, right, when I unthread the threading all the way out to make it properly preload, look at that gap now that's been formed. Bam, right there. It fits this, almost so perfectly. So this little black washer comes as a set of 2 in all BB30 bottom brackets from SRAM. Yep, 2.5 millimeters, 2.49, 2.50 millimeters, okay? So you're gonna take one of those and you're gonna pull this preload collar off, slide it on. In addition to the, I think this is a 3.5 or a 4 millimeter washer, so keep that on there, add that one, and then throw the Bad Mama Jamma preload collar back on, and omit these 3. Throw them out of here, and when we preload, it'll take maybe 2 to 3 like half or 1.5 turns, so 2 to 3 cranks of this, and it's properly preloaded. And you have much more of that threading inside of the material, inside of this big lockdown nut. So it's a pretty solid little trick. Boom. So now this Mama Jamma, okay, in there, you can see what I'm working with here. Boom, boom, boom. Then your SRAM sucker. And then we're gonna get to tighten that sucker down. Bam. On there. Now, talking point number 2 when it comes in regards to the actual preload is when you're tightening that thing down, folks like to yard it down there. Don't. Because if you just gently preload it until you kind of feel it snug up, watch what can happen. Boom, just butter. And if you like really hit it. All right, it's brief Q&A. This is more of a topics of conversation. Before I dive into that, these guys are back in stock. Through this vlog, the wash kit just exploded and we sold out very quickly through the holidays. Now, lots of questions in regards to World Championships, how it works, when I'm going, what I'm doing, all that kind of stuff. let's try to answer a couple of quick ones. How many people go? The number of people that go to World Champs are based on our country ranking. So I'm 90% sure that the United States is sitting in 3rd place overall for our country. That's really impressive. A few years back, we were like 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've really accelerated up the points totals, and that's based on the number of points that the country has in total amongst its riders. So the top 3 have X number of points. They go here, and it's all together. So we're moving up the chain. We're getting more Americans with more points further up the rankings. Primo. The most you can take is 8, right? And the host country gets 2 teams of 8. So like we have our World Cups early in the season in the United States for Wisconsin and Iowa. We take 2 teams of 8. That's where we have 16 riders. So the host country this year, the Netherlands, will get 2 teams of 8. Now, how do those 7 get selected? And my answer to that question is, I don't have a freaking clue, okay? There are automatic spots. If you are a national champion, that's an automatic qualification. If you are in the top 50 in UCI points overall across the country of the Americans, or across the globe of the Americans, that's an automatic qualification. If you are, I believe, top 15 in a World Cup, that's an automatic. We're actually watching Hooger Hide on TV right now. Ooh, getting fired up. There's all these automatic qualifications you can have. This year for the elite men, there are actually 3, excuse me, 3. Steven, Tobin, and Kerry Warner are the 3 automatic qualifiers. The other 4 did not qualify automatically. So that goes into the discretionary pick. So choices, coach's choice, basically. Now, coach's choice can be based on, in years past, they've used UCI points exclusively. They just went down the line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom, easy enough. This year they did not do that. I think they looked at results against the fields and where you scored your points. Second half of the season, acceleration of results and how you're doing. If you're trending upward versus trending downward, potential for results in Europe, previous history of results in Europe, riding in adverse conditions. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go into coach's choice, and we'll never know. I've been on the opposite side of this for many times, many times, and I know the feeling. So I definitely feel for all the guys who didn't get picked, that had hoped to get picked. It's rough. All right, I know, because there's no answer. There's no, like, this is how it goes. You plan for them being picked on points, and they don't pick on points. You plan for them getting picked on national results, and they don't pick on that. It's always changing. That's kind of how the team, I think, was picked this year. Hard to say, but again, we're stoked to have made it. So we're going over. We're going to score some more UCI points. We're going to get some solid results. We're going to race in the mud, and we got 2 more races. Hooger Hide World Cup, the final round, next weekend, and World Champs in 2 weekends from now. Can't wait. Can't wait. Should be solid. If you've got more questions, I'm going to be in and out of the shop over the next 2 days, so you might be able to stop by and ask them. If not, leave a comment below and we will get them answered. Once again, we'll see you guys in Europe. I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to hop to editing right now. This is not short at all, but who cares? Hopefully that answers a few more questions. And a brief tech talk, a technical, what are we going to call it? Tech Booster Thursday. Boom, I like it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Over and out. Peace. We're going to Worlds. He's been saying that too.